In some surprising news, this Call of Duty is probably the best PC Call of Duty I played, period, since probably Call of Duty 4. And that's shocking to me for a variety of reasons. One, because I didn't think I'd enjoy this game on PC. And two, because it's still a port, it's not built from the ground up, and it runs so buttery smooth that it got me to play about 11 hours yesterday. And I know that this is odd to say, but for the first time since Call of Duty 4, I think I am probably going to play most of my games on PC. Now, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about because this is the second beta weekend that I've had hands-on with the game, and my opinions have remained relatively unchanged. I still do think this game is a solid game that caught my attention more than I thought it would, that it's a solid 7, and a lot of my enjoyment of the game could come down to the Battle Royale mode. Now, my hopefulness has gone way up for how well this game could perform and how much I could enjoy playing it. The truth is that I've been playing a lot on PC. And while riding a bike is similar to playing on console, you're never really going to forget how to play. And yes, I'm still able to get like a nice little 2 KD sometimes, 3 KD if I'm really doing well. On console, I'm just not anywhere near as proficient or as practiced as I am on PC. And PC, feeling as good as it did, as fluid as it did, really made me think, wow, I'm going to play the majority of my games here. I mean, it's not as optimized as I'd like it to be. I feel weird saying that because it's a beta and hopefully they're going to be able to make some changes, but it's not like the game isn't finished. I mean, the game's finished. They've got to do like very minor changes, but I really was only getting about 90 FPS playing on high graphics settings while streaming, which a lot of people are going to be like, why are you complaining about that? Well, because 144 is kind of what I'm looking for here, and I didn't want to drop the graphics down to medium or low. But I'll probably have to do that if I want to suck it up and get 144 frames for my 144 hertz. There are some complaints I have that are PC specific. I mean, consoles have their own console-specific complaints as well, but my biggest one, and one that I think completely contributes to the longevity of a game on PC when it's a port, is having specific updates that only affect one or the other. What I mean is there are weapons on PC that are way, way, way stronger than they are on console, just by nature of how people play. Obviously, it's the sniper I'm talking about, and to a lesser extent, the DMR. But the snipers, with the slightly longer time to kill, which I still fucking love even more now that I played on PC, where it's just incredible to 180 and outplay somebody. Oh my god, it feels so good. It reminds me of like getting a force shot in Halo when somebody gets the first shot at you. It's just, it's not worthy. But snipers, look, no auto aim on console. Keep the snipers the way they are. They're fun. They're challenging enough, and they're going to make all of the sniper kids happy, while at the same time, if you're a decent player, you're probably going to be okay, man. I do think that they could, lower the damage down a little bit, just a little smidgen when you have high caliber 2 on. That's kind of strong. But hey, you know what? I like sniping, so I'm not going to really complain too much about that. But on PC, Lord, just fucking remove the red dot. Just do it. There's no drawbacks to it. Everybody's running around using it as an SMG. The default scope is fine. I like the magnification. You trade your mobility for having a pretty large zoom here, but all the snipers are ridiculously good, solid one-shot body shots. And then keep the recon scope, which is the ACOG. All right? That's it. You don't need a red dot. The amount of people that are able to use snipers as a be-all, end-all close quarters combat weapon kind of makes it rough. I mean, look, PC players aim well, and I'm not a good PC player, and yet I've consistently been able to just pop off. It's a lot of fun, though. It really is. And some of the flicks and the feeling of the snipers that we have available are amazing. So I'm a big fan, but again, I think individual patches for PC and console that are separated, that are based on each community's needs, are a huge portion of how a game can, stay alive. Now, like I said, blackout mode now has me extremely excited, because if this is what they've been able to do on PC, in my head I was going to play blackout mode on PC majority of the time anyways, then I'm ready. I am ready. I think that, like I said, most of the changes that we saw towards multiplayer were to directly benefit blackout mode, i.e. health bars or time to kill, and in the pick 10 class. And I am extremely excited to play it now. And the beta comes out in September, I believe, so I'm really looking forward to that, even if it is PS4 only, which I have a feeling it will be. But by then I'll have a PS4 Pro, and then we'll be able to see the difference there. That's another thing. I played on the PS4 regular. I did get some frame rate issues. It would drop to like 45 FPS sometimes, but and you know, the game doesn't look as good, but the load times, Jesus Christ, on console, the load times are like playing Grand Theft Auto. They need to sort that out. You're loading in 25 seconds after the game starts every time. It's just rough. Dislike that. I know it's tough, but they need to work on it. The new map is great. I feel like, again, it was a map that was made for wall running. The nerf to the jumps makes mantling pretty fucking difficult. If you didn't know, they nerfed jumping because people were bunny hopping around because Fortnite has taught everybody to do it again because nobody forgot or nobody remembered from Halo days. But they nerfed I believe, the height you could jump and how fast you could jump. So it's kind of hard to mantle through some windows that were definitely mantleable beforehand. And all of those things aside, that was a dirty little clip right there, Tucker. Go off. All those things aside, that map is my favorite. Hacienda is awesome. It reminds me a little bit of a Showdown from COD 4 with the middle and the statue in the middle with 2 levels. The map flows well, kind of a raid flow as well. I'm a big fan. 2 thumbs up from your boy on that map. The new mode, Heist. I have to applaud them for trying something different. I have to say that they need to make some changes because that game mode's just not that fun. It takes all of my least favorite things about Search and Destroy and then just kind of extrapolates them. The worst part being, I mean, Counter-Strike has been a game for what? Are we pushing 20 years now where they've been still working on the economy, still trying to balance everything so the games aren't super lopsided, but they're still very incentivized, you know, they incentivize good calculated gameplay. And those games can last up to 30 rounds, sometimes longer in overtime. This first to 4, best of 7 bullshit, where the economy just keeps rolling, and if you save one round, you're basically insane, and they're going to need to really sit down and work on patching that and work on updating it and balancing the game and making it longer, in my opinion, first to 7, best of 10. I think that these are very important things. Is that even best of 10? Yeah. These are very important things that are going to take some time. And I'm hopeful. I just think they need to be applauded for trying something completely new for Call of Duty. I think the interface and everything, the idea of it where you carry through your weapons, but you can, buy over it. I think that's, good thinking. Fine. But for all the people that complain about seeing the same things day in and day out and the same game modes day in, day out, me included, there's nothing to do but say thank you for trying, and I hope you guys figure it out because I see it being a very interesting game mode, especially for competitive. When you have a squad, it's going to be great. But another problem I ran into is it's, on PC and console nowadays, voice chat's not a thing. I mean, you don't talk with randoms anymore. You don't really do that. So this communicative-based game mode where you need to discuss, you need to have chatter back and forth and call-outs, it's going to be a silent and kind of awkward scenario where it's not going to be easy for you to play unless you're running with at least one other team member. And for that, and for a lot of people, myself included, that's not great. And that revolves around Call of Duty's culture. And Overwatch or in Counter-Strike, the culture is you have a mic, you talk. If you don't have a mic, people fucking bitch at you for it, and they should, because those games are incredibly difficult without microphones. By the way, I am popping off. Do you see that nice little 3-piece? Hit him! I missed it, but it doesn't matter. And then he just got erased by a Hellstorm missile. So, they made some changes to kill streaks, by the way. They made them a little bit more devastating. Some of them too devastating. In fact, the worst one being the little octopod, the little, that little thing. Whatever that is needs to be nerfed because it shoots at you when it has no line of sight. It's just kind of like it knows you're behind that cover. You've never peeked out, and then the explosive radius is insane. Not to mention the lack of grenades in most of these games, because nobody's going to equip an equipment slot for a grenade, is really starting to make killing these special things like the riot shield, etc., a painful task. I think that the riot shield is always fucking annoying, and nobody should have them in games, but hey, we have it, so whatever. And by the way, shoot at its feet. That's how you counter it. You shoot at its feet. I had no idea. They're specialist streaks that I've gained a new appreciation for. My first video, I said that, hey, these don't have as much impact as I'd like them to. After playing for a bit more, I'd say that there are some that really don't have an impact that really could use a buff, and there's some that are essential. The one I'm playing right now, with the grenade launcher is absurd. It's so good for objective game modes. Hell, it's good for TDM. You get 8 shots with the War Machine. The fuck? And then Seraph for respawns on your tack insert is pretty key for anything like hardpoint or Dom or control, pretty much anything at all. And then on the flip side, you have, I believe it's like Break or whomever that just kind of stims your team up 50, that's it, 50 health, and takes 25 seconds for you to pull out your iPad while you get shot at, and it's just not great at all. And then you give what? You give ammo out? Stop it. But they can be buffed, and if that's the case, then fuck yeah, great. I'm excited for it. I like what they've done with this game, and this is going to be my de facto. It's Friday, I'm having beers, and I'm going to play this before I watch some stupid YouTube video game. I have a lot of fun with it, and I'm excited to play with some friends. So again, to reiterate, I am not changing how I feel about the game overall in the beta. I still think it's a solid 7. It did a good job doing Call of Duty and changing it up enough that I'm interested in playing it, which was going to be honestly hard for me. On the other side, what I am changing is that I am now incredibly hopeful, and I am on the bandwagon. As long as they take what they've done and they can make a good standalone game mode like Zombies, then I'm going to be happy as hell. That was a dirty flick. I think I get like a 3-piece here. Oh, Tucker, don't do it. 3 headshots in a row? Damn, you're not that good, and you missed that one. I just think, again, red dot snipers, man, 15-year-old me would slap me in the mouth for saying this. Red dot snipers don't have a place in this game. This game, with the amount of health, could benefit from having snipers only be a one-hit, chest shot kill if you fully stack out your class with high caliber and you just decimate the rest of your loadout. I think that they're a little too strong at the base model, and I'd love to see them tweak it so the damage is lesser on the startup. But hey, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we're gonna see a little bit more Call of Duty content. I think Is It OP could make a return on this one. You can do some dumb shit with these guns. Later.